Welcome to Speak Seeds, where transformation and inspiration is the expectation. My name is Jason Thomas, and I'm the husband of one, father of three, a mentor of many. I'm a certified God of Strength coach with over a decade of experience in strategic planning, coaching, and mentoring. And today is a very special day, We're going to talk about fulfillment and what am I supposed to do? That is a question that has been plaguing people for a very, very long time. And you get it a lot, right? It's a lot of people, man, who are not fulfilled. When you look about fulfillment and happiness, you hear people say, I just want to be happy. I'm going to share something with you. Early in my marriage, we would talk about that. And I would tell my wife that happiness is based on happenings. And she hated it. She hated when I said that, but I meant that from my soul. I really did. The reason I say that is because if I tell you I'm going to give you $100, you happy. If I say psych, then you say it. So happiness is so flimsy, right? When I look at fulfillment comes from a very, very deep place from when you're self-aware and you know you're supposed to be doing something. So the question I get is, Mr. Thomas or Jason or Coach Thomas, how I'm not fulfilled. I'm not happy. I feel like I'm wasting my time. It's so many people feel like they're wasting their time. Like they just don't know. And they say, if I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, how do I figure it out? You have some people who are religious, some who are not religious, some who have great jobs, skill set, picture perfect, everything, and still don't feel fulfilled. They feel empty. And the dangerous part of feeling empty is that you look for different things to fill that void. And that's where vices come in. Nobody is perfect, right? We all have our flaws. We all have different things, but you'll be amazed at how many people are doing like crazy stuff just to feel again because they've got numb. This world will make you numb. Looking at what the next person have, or they feel like they should be a certain way in life. Looking at children, I should have children, or my kids should be at this level. My house should look like this. My car, the list goes on and on and on. Looking at all of these things. And with fulfillment, a couple of quotes that I've heard that someone will say, the average person wants a million things, but a sick person just wants one. So when you take it all away, a person they just want the regular stuff like the stuff that people take for granted. So I'm going to give you a tip on how to search for fulfillment. The best way to go for fulfillment, if you don't know, if you're lost, a good thing to do if you're lost, don't know what's going on, is to serve. What does it mean to serve? All right. Donate your time to something that you care about. Sounds very, very simple. I'm not saying that's going to solve everything, but it's a good point. Let's say if you care about young people, babies, you care about the homeless, you good with your hands, you want to build and give back. That's a good place because the feeling you get by giving back in a meaningful way is a glimmer in the start. Another thing you can do with fulfillment is start a hobby. Hobbies were very, very popular back in the day. I used to collect baseball cards, basketball cards, football cards. I used to create like different things. So hobbies it's a good thing. It's relaxing. You enjoy doing it. So whatever that hobby is, find something you enjoy and just do it. Another thing to do with the role of fulfillment is to be still. Sometimes we run around so much just distracted. But when you still, you have to just sit in your own self and just look inward. You can journal. Journal and be honest. How do you feel about where you are? What are your regrets? It's a book it's called a burn book. Burn after you finish. I think that's the name of it. It's a burn book. You can see it in the comments if I have it. But with that book, it forces you to look inward. And a lot of stuff with fulfillment, it goes back to childhood. So in childhood, a lot of our habits, our beliefs, our things, if you can attach yourself back to that, somebody probably talked you out of what you were supposed to be doing. I know growing up, some of the creative things I wanted to do, people would tell me, ain't no money in that. Why do that? Everybody doing that, The things with young men, you always hear them talking about basketball. Somebody always trying to talk them out of basketball and sports. Don't do sports. Ain't no money in that. Social media here. Ain't no money in that. Why you doing that? You can't take care of yourself. You always hear about a broke, starving artist. Now, I'm not saying there's not a such thing as a broke, starving artist. That's real. That is a real thing. But when it comes to fulfillment, you were created to do something very, very specific. When it comes to your skill set, your ability, I heard a sermon about this. It was talking about you were sent to earth to solve a problem. And the worst thing in the world is to die with the solution in your mind because you was too scared to do it. So also, when it comes to fulfillment, having a mentor and having somebody to hold you accountable and to bounce these thoughts off with. Now, you could do therapy. I'm always good with therapy. Therapy is a great thing. Or you can just have the conversations that you have. Because I've noticed that some people have friends, but they never have those deep conversations about what drives them, their motivations, their goals. It's always surface. So with Speak Seeds, we have those conversations. We do coaching calls where we have you do an assessment and we go through your report and we kind of see, hey man, based on your skill set, you might want to do something like this. And then, you say whether you want to try it or not. And then as you go through your journey, you get a piece. As you step on your journey, you get a piece. Each time you get a small piece, it's like revealing more and more who you were always meant to be. I have a nonprofit called 3C's Mentoring Group. And with that, one of our lines is we introduce young people to who they were always meant to be. You hear stories all the time about how somebody walked away from a lucrative career to do what they always wanted to do. That could be cooking, that could be drawing, designing, but it was something in you. And you listen to testimonies, it's people around you probably did it or they didn't have enough courage to do it. It takes a lot of courage to go and just be who you always meant to be. So if you're looking for fulfillment, which is a lot level, so if fulfillment is something you struggle with, you want to have a conversation, we can try some of the things I said about serving, listening to yourself, your village, kind of monitoring who you're around, and kind of in that burn book, kind of reading one of those burn books and writing into the different prompts and really be comfortable writing and being vulnerable, looking in the mirror. In this 2023, us being so busy, the last place we want to look is in the mirror. They want to just have the illusion of happiness, just do things. But when you have to look in the mirror, it's just you and that person looking back at you, that's when it's real. Sometimes it can be scary. But don't worry, if you would like to have conversations about fulfillment and are you going the right way and your skill set, your goals and dreams, I would love to have a follow-up conversation with you. So give us a call. Speak Seeds. We're here to have those transformational conversations. Hopefully you guys got something out of this episode. Thank you for watching.